Let's move to this now. The Nelson Mandela Bay Metro Mayor Gary van Niekerk, as well as other officials, have just wrapped up a media briefing on power outages affecting the city. It comes as the mayor faces increasing pressure amidst fresh allegations of misconduct and mismanagement. For more on this, Sipha Kema joins us from Gqeberha. Sipha, what else have we taken from this briefing?
Well, as you mentioned, that currently you just wrapped up a briefing on the power crisis that's currently occurring in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, where 4 wards and 14 areas or suburbs are affected by this power outage. And I'm even talking about the robots that are working, the traffic lights rather, that are out on the roads, are causing a real problem, especially also with the lights. Let's talk to the mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro before we pose that question here that he's also aware of, that we want to ask, as we had asked in the briefing before. But Mayor, let's give us a quick summary on the issues currently and how the municipality is going to mitigate and fix the power outage issue.
Yes, thank you very much. Yesterday we were alerted to the fact that 4 pylons blew over, and that resulted in 4 wards, wards 1, 2, 3 and 4, being without electricity. And like you rightly said, it affected 14 suburbs. We immediately had a team on the ground. They've assessed the damage. We've had police on the ground as well to make sure that there's no vandalism or any other factors influencing the safe and constant supply of electricity to these residents of these 4 wards and 14 suburbs. But the team is on the ground now. We also managed to get Eskom in. Eskom is also providing support. The timeframes that were given to us by the experts is that it could take as much as 2 weeks to fully restore power. But what we have done in the meantime is that we've relocated a transformer from Quafford substation to here to Southend, where we are now, Southend substation. And when that is done, according to, again, like the experts have said, it's now already de-energized. So the transformer is on its way here, and it's going to be energized hopefully by Tuesday. Those were the time frames that were given to us by that we refer to them as the technocrats.
Yeah. And now, Mayor, I mean, the burning question also, apart from the issue with the outage now, is the looming talks between the ANC as well as the Democratic Alliance, which then threatens your current position as the mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Are you aware of the conversation that is going to take place between the two parties?
Let me say, first of all, this position of the Executive Mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay is promised to nobody. I'm not here because of the position. I was asked by political parties to occupy the position last year, 2023, actually as early as the late 2022, December 2022 already. And I said, if the parties agree that that is the case, then we'll do so. I was promised that I'll be removed as the speaker so many times. I've been promised by the opposition parties that I will only last in this position for 30 days. I'll be removed within 30 days. And then I was told that I won't be able to see my 100 days through. And here I am on Monday. I think it's 1 year, 3 months exactly. And what we've received from all the different state institutions is that we've brought political stability to the metro. So,
but Mayor, political stability, but now the issue at hand that you're facing currently are the issues of the mismanagement, misconduct, which are then also being used to say you should not be holding the seat. But also the talks between the ANC and the Democratic Alliance, that's different other than the motion of no confidence that you've been, the number of various motion of no confidence that you've faced in the council meetings. It looks like with this particular talk, they're looking into uniting all coalitions, but not having you at the seat as mayor.
So, like I wanted to say now is that there's different ways, all these motions, all you need is one party seconded to have a proposal and a seconder. And then you'll have a motion. If they were that confident in removing me, we would have had another motion by now already. I've spoken to the ANC. The ANC has spoken openly to me about a letter that was written to them by the DA, and they have looked at the letter. The discussions that we had on the side is that they're not interested in forming any coalition with the DA whatsoever. So that bit of speculation, I wonder...
Was that at regional level or at provincial level?
Look, provincially, the ANC has I think it's 65% of the vote. They got 65% of the vote, so they will never go into for the next 5 years. They won't go into.
No, I mean the conversation of having this union between the Democratic Alliance and the ANC. The people that you spoke to, was it at regional level or did you speak to province? Because from what we've heard, province.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had the Premier and the MEC Mvoko in my office, and we spoke about it frankly and openly. And I've seen what's happened in Ekurhuleni. I've seen what happened in Johannesburg, and should it happen that it should spill over to this region, then so be it. The one thing that's important, but there is political stability. What you referred to earlier was the administrative stability. So those are the two different pillars when it comes to local government. So we do have political stability. I want to re-emphasize that point. And then what's going to happen now is, should there be a reshuffle, a transition period where we hand and somebody else comes and takes over the seat. If the ANC feels somebody else should now take over the seat, and our coalition feels, yes, that is the correct thing to do, then so be it. But here's the rider to all of that. Through all of this and subsequent to it, we want to maintain that political stability. And I have no issue whatsoever, should it be the case that I should be removed in that process.
Would you join the then possible new coalition? Because the ANC, they did say that they would want to continue working with you as well. So would you be willing to be part of that coalition, but just not as the mayor?
Look, it's up to the ANC. It's up to the coalition partners. The ANC has 48 seats. You need 61 seats to govern. You still have 8 of the EFF. You have our 3 as a national alliance, and then you have a couple of other small parties who form part of the current coalition. Would I want to continue working with the ANC? Most definitely. We've had no issues. Otherwise, I'd be contradicting myself, saying we've had political stability, but I'm not prepared to work with these guys unless I'm the mayor. No, we've got no issues amongst each other. If the directive comes and when it comes from national to say that there must be a change of regime or a change of mayor in this metro, then so be it.
And just one last question, Mayor. I mean, you're speaking about having the 2 different pillars, administration, politics, but politics eventually spill over to the administration, as we've seen over the past 8 years, that the constant change of leadership, constant change of faces at the municipality actually has a negative effect on the service delivery of that municipality. Talking about your particular case, your motions of no confidence that have been brought against you a number of times, and then also this possible new coalition, what do you think about the instability in your current tenure? Has there been any issues that are spilling over politically to governance? Because the governance within your administration is being questioned right now as well.
Look, it's actually quite the opposite regarding these motions. Like I said, I rubbished it earlier. I've got no issues. They can bring motions all they like. If I get removed as the mayor, it's because we as a coalition have discussed it, and that is how the change of mayor will happen. I can give you this bit of information, is that there are more political parties wanting to join this coalition for some time now already. And sometimes that is the reason why you'll see some of these parties trying to remove myself so that they can come into this coalition. But it won't work. That's something that we discussed with the Premier as well. There won't be any motions or petitions or so forth. That's not going to happen. And one thing I can guarantee you and the residents of Nelson Mandela Bay, I will not be holding on to power with all kinds of Stalingrad techniques. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
All right, thank you so much. That's the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro Executive Mayor Gary van Niekerk giving his insight as well on the possible talks between the Democratic Alliance and the ANC and what this could possibly mean for his position. Would he continue to stay on? He says definitely, because politically they've been intact within this alliance with the ANC. I mean, you also heard him saying that he is not shaken by the talks between the Democratic Alliance and the ANC. Also, yes, we've also heard that there has been a bit of a argument, or rather, between in the ANC on this matter, whether they should go ahead with the coalition with the Democratic Alliance, but also the recent soundbite that we got in the interview that we did with the spokesperson of the ANC in the Eastern Cape, where he says that they are looking forward to continue working with Gary van Niekerk, but not as mayor, but also they are open to talking to the Democratic Alliance, but also saying that yes, in any political party, there will be differences, but however, they need to come together as a collective when the majority of the voice speaks, and they also need to do what is best for the people. And at this point, they do believe that speaking to the Democratic Alliance is the best thing to do for the people of the Nelson Mandela Bay. But we'll also be bringing you that interview later on at 3 p.m. Also bringing you an interview with Andrew Whitfield, the DA leader in the Eastern Cape, talking about reaching out to the chairperson of the ANC in the Eastern Cape, Oscar Mabuyane, about this possible union between the two parties.